Hey everyone, Namaste. My name is Avinash Anand Singh. So today we have an amazing guest with us, Mr. Rajiv Mathur. Rajiv is an amazing soul. I happened to meet him through a very good friend, and he happened to go through our abundance mindset, building an abundance mindset program, in which he happened to get some beautiful results for himself. So I thought of quickly get him on the channel and to ask him about his experience, which can obviously be of help to people who tomorrow inquires about the program or you want to like thinking about it. So this would be possibly giving you more clarity about it. So Rajiv, welcome and thank you so much for taking out time for this.
Thank you, Avinash. Namaste, and thank you so much for having me here. It's been a pleasure and it's been an honor that that my experience has brought me to a level where I'm able to speak about it.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Uh, and I mean, of course, I'll tell you my experience, but a little brief about myself. I have been working for almost 3 decades now. 30 years I've been working, and I work in the field of homeland security. You know, I have never wore a uniform, but I've always worked towards the security. I always wanted to perhaps wear a uniform, but couldn't. So private man guarding, security technology, getting foreign state of the art equipment into India for national security, for homeland security, and for peaceful for peace of the country and the countrymen. So that's my brief about it.
Beautiful.
Um, my experience about
You
going
know,
this.
before we enter the experience, I think when I think Vipul suggested you to join the program, what was the initial thought about it? Like, what did you thought about the program? I must say that you were quite receptive from day one. I think, very few people have this ability to come with an open mind because a lot of us have so many notions and preconceived notions and perceptions formed up. And I see people generally who come with an open mind tend to get faster results. So I saw that in you also. But what was your thought when you were starting up the program in a way?
Okay, so I have reached the the top of the career and the peak of the career at the age of
Actually, your voice is a bit,
40.
your voice is slow. I think a bit slow. You can put the mouthpiece a bit closer to you. Yeah,
Okay, is it okay? Is it fine?
that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah.
I think I have switched off the AC. Okay.
Sure.
So I have reached the peak of my career at the age of 40, maybe 38, where a lot of people don't. So I became the managing director of a security company managing about 17,000 people.
Wow.
And it was a highly stressful job, and I had all the fame. I became very known name in the not in the country but across the globe. And then I reached there, and I think then I realized, I mean, I have what next? What do I do? So I thought, let's quit and get into a startup, etc. But then, slowly, the success went, to go away from me.
Yeah.
For about a year and a half, you know, at the, at the risky decisions that I was taking, I would not name about an organization, but I got into an agreement of a public limited company when I said, okay, I'll sign the contract, and I will build this company. This is an older company. I'll build this company. I do not want to draw any money. I don't want to earn anything, but I will make this company back to earn. When I went to the organization for 6 days, and then I went out for 2 days. And the seventh day, when I went to the organization, my father had a cardiac arrest. I was in the office and I came back. God has been extremely kind, and he was revived, CPR, etc. I mean, he was revived. But it took him about 2.5 months to get back home. And that new setup, I, you know, I mean, I could not go to the office. So he was in the hospital, I was in the hospital. And the hospitalization expenses these days, and no job and no earning, and hospitalization expenses like crazy. And I was like, what do I do? The moment, the moment I thought, okay, now it's the time to go back and let's do something, let's earn some money, and the lockdown happened.
Right.
And I was like, I was down. About a year ago, year and a half ago, I invested half a CR into a company, and that was never successful. I was down. I am, down by about three-fourth of a CR once again. Expenses and the regular work. What happened? I was at the peak, and I was a known name in the in the industry, and I, I had I didn't know what to do. What's going wrong? And I was thinking that with an experience of 29 years, 30 years, I'm going to the organization. They said, you are good, but we can't have you. I said, what's happening? What is wrong? What is happening? Because I was so much into that situation, that negative thinking, hospitalization, expenses, yeah, everything was, perhaps I was not. But meanwhile, what was happening? So meanwhile, my father was unwell. I was talking to companies. I was interviewing, etc., etc. Nothing was happening. But then I was also working on a concept of bringing an award to India. That's an international award called Outstanding Security Performance Awards, and I know this backed up by University of Leicester, UK. So I know this people, the guy who started it, and he says that we want to do it in India. Why don't we do it? Why don't we represent us in Asia? So that's a brilliant idea. As it is, I have nothing to do. Let me do give something back to the industry. And with the pure intention of giving something back to the Indian security industry who gave me so much, I started working on that. But as the luck would have it, we were to do this first India Awards with Business World. You write for Business World. So with Anurag, we thought to do this awards in Delhi. And you know what was the date fixed for the award function? 25th of March. That day the country went to lockdown.
Oh my God! Yes.
Okay. I thought, this was the last thing about to happen. But anyway, so that didn't happen, and I was trying here, there. So I was talking to Vipul, and he says, Bhaiya, that despite all the effort, there's something which is stuck. I said, okay. Although he's younger to me, but I generally listen to him. He's a very sorted person. So I said, okay, I will try. And he spoke very highly about you. Truly spoke very highly about you. And I said, okay, I definitely want to do it. And he told me one thing, and I completely agree. He said, if you're trying to do something, have faith and confidence, and then do it. Otherwise, don't do it. I said, yes, I'm absolutely into it. So that's how I joined, and I think I did absolutely no mistake. Absolutely no mistake. And few of the examples that I gave you in the last call, and things have changed. I was talking to companies for 6, 7, 8, 9 months to have me. That happened. I suddenly an idea which was just a lockdown time pass has become into a global business idea. The new startup, somewhere, somehow, somebody searching for me came back to me after 8 years. He says, no, your experience we need in this company. You have to be on board. You have to be on board. You have to be on board. And I don't know how it's happening. This is magical. This is magical. No, these are bigger examples of magic. There have been incidents of much, much smaller examples which give me goosebumps. What's happening? One of the examples I want to share. I do not know, Avinash, if you want to cut this video for 20 minutes, but I will speak for 40 minutes. I don't know what you want to edit, but I did speak about it.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
So one of the examples, and I want everybody who's watching this video, I want to share that was the first trigger of that something has changed. So it's a very small incident, and the incident goes like this: that one of my ACs in the house, there was a problem in that AC, and so we called the regular AC guy, and he came and he checked half an hour, 1 hour, and he said, there's nothing here, sab theek hai. And okay, kya hua? Okay, 200 rupees. So my wife gave him 200 rupees. But the problem persisted. The problem didn't go. After 2 3 days, I told my wife, I think we have to call him again. There is definitely a problem. So he came. He said, this is a problem. You have to do this, etc., etc. So okay, so we're sitting. This is a Sunday. I said, how much would you charge? He said 2,500 rupees. Okay, go ahead. So he was working, and I was sitting in my study, and I went out. And my wife said, इसको अभी ना 200 रुपए दिए थे 3 दिन पहले. I will only give him 2,300 rupees. 200 रुपए तो अभी दिए थे इसको. तो वापस क्यों देना? So I was completely, in the thoughts with what I was learning in the course. 200 rupees for him is a big money. We don't have 20 lakh rupees today. It doesn't matter if we will not have 200 rupees. He may not have 20 lakh rupees, but for him, 200 rupees is a big amount. Doesn't matter. Just okay. And I forgot and I came. So about an hour or so, I went back. So, is it ठीक हो गया? I said, पैसे दे दिए उसको? हाँ. मैंने उसको 2,500 रुपए दिए. उसने अपने आप जेब से निकाल के मेरे को 200 रुपए वापस कर दिए. And I was like shocked. I mean, I was like, what? She said, yeah, he gave me 200 rupees. बोला मैडम उस दिन आपने दिए थे ना 200 रुपए, अभी थोड़ी चाहिए मेरे. I said, see, and that was the trigger, and I was convinced that I am going in the right direction. You are doing magic, and the magic works.
Amazing, Rajiv. I think yes, that's how universe sometimes validates our approach and idea, and sometimes these things when we notice, because it's very easy for people to just ignore it, but you happen to notice, and that's small. It is a very mundane activity for somebody, like what is so big deal about it, but for you I can see the impact which it created in the consciousness that okay, when we follow that path of abundance and real abundance mindset, just not learning about it but not practicing it. And most people, they do that, they learn the concepts, but they still, when it comes to the test on the ground, they miss the entire part, right? So amazing. So Rajiv, we did a lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff, activities, and with the idea that something clicks to some people. What was your best experience possibly, or best thing which you liked about the entire session? Like any particular practice which appealed to you the most, which you really love to carry out?
Okay, so by nature and by birth, I'm a very very aggressive and very mentally unstable, not in the sense that I'm, but I'm not able to focus on one thing. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And I've been doing it. So meditation, sitting quietly for more than 5 minutes was like impossible for me. Impossible. And I've never done it. Tried, to be honest, I tried various methods and forced myself to to follow something which I can focus and concentrate. Nothing worked. So one thing definitely by doing this course has given me to focus and concentrate. Now the master class which we did absolutely in the end of this session, I'm doing it. So that's a 52 minutes session, and I do not trust myself when I do not move an inch for 52 minutes. That is the amazing thing that has happened to me. This is my observation.
Right.
We completely focus on the entire thing that's happening in that 52 minute, but what I've learned is to get back there. What I've learned is to get back there. What I've learned is get back there. And trust me, I'm going there every day. I'm inching every day. I can imagine. I can feel that yes, today is better than yesterday. Today is better than yesterday. And it has happened gradually in every session that you took us live and all the recording. I'm also very focused and regular. Only initially, but very focused on the night meditation. That I'm without a miss that I've been doing it. Brilliant. So I think this has given me more of calmness. This has given me more of peace. This has given me more of stability. This has given me more of confidence, of course. And of course, there are magical things happening here and there. So that increases my confidence.
Do you see a shift in the abundance for you? in terms of money, in terms of prosperity, in terms of ideas, business opportunities, things shifting?
Absolutely, yes. During this session, you asked us to write two checks, put a date on one of the checks, and one of the check is already been manifested, by the way. Exactly, plus minus a day here and there, little here and there, but it has been manifested. And stuck for 1.5 years. 1.5 years
Sorry?
it was stuck.
Oh my
One and a
God,
half
amazing.
years.
So it's 1.5 years, and now this within a month's time it has
Yeah.
come into place. Beautiful, beautiful. Rajiv, now how do you see abundance now? What is your viewpoint, perception about money, about abundance? Because we talked a lot about this part. You know, the idea was to really change the viewpoint, how we see abundance, how we see money, and how we see ourselves with respect to money. You know, we have a lot of notions. What is the self-worth we think of ourselves we have in a way. So how it has changed for you now? How differently you see these aspects now compared to before?
Okay. I the, it's like this that since I lost a lot of money in work and business, etc. And I've always realized, and I realized this while doing this session, that I've never learned to save money. And it's not that I never had money. I always had money, and I ensured that I never keep it safe. So I but that is that one thing that I have learned, that earning, I mean, one can earn, but spending it wisely is important. Spending is wisely is important. That is one thing that has happened for sure. I've learned that if I have 100 rupees, I know how to spend how to spend 70, and you know how to help others with some part, and how to save the rest. That is one part that has happened. Secondly, the thoughts, the mind has started working. That I'll give, as I said, there are the small example I gave, but I also want to give that example of a new concept which has come into the mind as a lockdown thing. So when I was promoting these awards, which I just mentioned, the OSPAS awards in India, it happened, and the lockdown happened. So I did a lot of webinars. The webinar is the new trend these days, and I did a lot of them, and a lot of them. It gave me I've been a speaker, and I've spoken to the highest platforms available. I've spoken in Vegas in front of 5,000 people and sang a Hindi song where all Angrez were dancing. So I've done that in my life. And uh, uh, so this webinar thing happened, and it said, okay, I can speak. I'm gaining back my confidence, and I speak to people, and I'm speaking logic to the people. How this happened was that this one of these webinars was happening. OSPAS since it's a UK based thing, the webinars are generally global. So we have people from country to country. So I was in the initial webinars, and there was this specific webinar happening for Benelux countries, Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. And there is a society, and they decide that whom should be the panelists, etc. So like in India, these OSPAs happened. It is happening in Benelux also. Somebody from there said, you got that Indian guy in few of the webinars. We want him as an external expert speaker for Benelux.
Wow.
And he told me that they want you to be a speaker there. I said, really? They want me to be a speaker there? I do not. I mean, I've been working in India for a long time. I understand global security, but in specific, speak to the countries which are smaller than Delhi, and I don't know how to. Listen, no, that is the perspective that they want, and this is all happening because of the COVID, and they are seeing me on the webinar, etc. So I said, fantastic. So when I did this webinar, I said, so I can, people are liking what I'm speaking. I do not have a hesitation to speak in front of the camera. For my, for my hobby, for my pleasure, I made a YouTube channel, and I enjoy singing, and I keep singing and just recording on the YouTube. And I was thinking, why can't we convert this art into just again a passion? I will go to people who are a little popular and speak to them, and um, do their interviews, not the live webinar, but do their interviews and record it and put it on the YouTube channel. Because everybody would know about those people, and I would have my passion. While this was happening, there's a guy who does a lot of interviews like this. He contacted me that he wanted to do my interview, and he wanted to do on the similar principle that I was thinking. So that happened. Suddenly, while during this course, I was doing, the old friend of mine called. He said, "I have seen a lot of your webinars, and you are an expert in the industry. I have got an unbox assignment. Unboxing a new technology product. Why don't you come and do it?" I say, "I wanted to also talk to you about that. This is what is in my mind. Can we come up with a series with this?" So he said, "Come." So I went to his studio, and I did what he wanted, unbox, etc., which was, slightly case, but I did, and I enjoyed, by the way, in front of the camera. And then I gave him the concept. He said, "Please go ahead. Let's try for, 3 to 6 months. And since you're a friend, I will not charge anything from you. If we get a success, we'll see how to make the money." So this guy offered me his studio, his cameras, his creative direction team, etc., everything. I said, "All right, fantastic. Let's try and do it sometime." Now I met another friend of mine who's a very known name in the industry, the big guy, and I was telling him that this is what I'm thinking, and work-wise this is what I'm doing. This is otherwise as a hobby I'm thinking. He said, "Bro, I like the idea. Can I use it? Can I offer you my platform to make it a brand, and let's take it global? I will do all the funding."
Wow.
I said, "This is time pass, bro. What? No, this is a good idea. Let's." And then the management team of that company came in, and everybody said the business plan, etc. So the idea has been conceived. So I started very casually, but this has suddenly taken a very serious business shape, and we are talking millions and millions of rupees in dollars in times to come, because the organization is now talking global.
Wow.
And the first shoot is happening this Saturday.
Amazing. Congratulations, Rajiv.
Thank you. And meanwhile, in my work, I'm holding a head of the organization position as a CEO, and so I'm back into business for last actively for about a month to 2 months, because of the lockdown. So that work is happening. The serious work is going on, which I'm doing for last so many years. But this has also happened. This was purely for fun and entertainment, and it has converted to an idea which is maybe 50 times bigger than what I'm currently doing.
Wow, amazing.
And the third thing I said is, somebody said, "Okay, I'm doing a startup. Why don't you come in?" And Avinash, if that startup works, and if the concept, by the way, the investors are already ready to put in money in that startup, but we are holding on. So if that works, this startup thing will be 50 times bigger than the video thing idea, by the way.
Amazing.
And this is exactly happening without a plan for it. I had no plans.
Yeah.
So, like what you said last time, this is perhaps the energies. My mind is working there. I'm thinking that way. I'm meeting people who are offering me such things. The energies are with me. The blessings are with me, and these things are amazing. I never thought, and this has only happened last month. 5 weeks time, 6 weeks time. Before I wanted to get into the respectable leadership role, which I've been doing for many years, and I was getting there. I was there, but these things are certainly. One is that I get it. I'm getting a satisfying money which runs my house, looks after my parents, take care of my kids, etc. But now this is abundance.
Yes.
And what is this abundance asking? One is asking me a Saturday a week, and the other is asking my name. Full stop.
Yes. Right.
That is saying that, okay, we want to use your name in our project, just to say that Rajiv Mathur is a part of the project. That's all we need from you.
Right. Yes.
So amazing things are happening.
Amazing. You know, Rajiv, when I came across this quote by the great teacher Lord Buddha, he says that as you think, so you become, right? So kind of my work, and I really got very fascinated if he has said something like this. And today, yes, in Google you have all kind of quotes, which is linked to everybody. But I think I inquired and I found the quote was by him. As you think, so you become. I said there has to be some truth in that. It can't be a off the shoulder a general statement made. So my entire work, I've been trying to focus on understanding the scientific side of it and the spiritual side of it. That if I really start thinking and not just merely wishful thinking, but we understood now in the session, we go deeper. We really go to the aspect of dismantling the old personality which we have created, the thought, emotion, belief combined together, and to start building a new personality, which is at the core a new energy, right? So how far do you believe now that your inside really influence the world outside? Do you believe that statement now for yourself?
100%.
Right. Amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
100%, without a doubt.
Brilliant, Rajiv. Brilliant. I'm so happy, Rajiv. But let me tell everybody, honestly, these great teachings have come from great teachers. But without the active and faithful participation, here is my little Manchi. She tries to be everywhere I am sitting in. So, but what I was saying is that without the active participation and the faithful execution which you have done, right? No, you when we were doing the session, there was not 50% Rajiv, not 40%. There's 100% Rajiv in that session. So when you bring your 100% to something, I believe, and if it's the right thing you're carrying out, I think that presence, that energy starts shifting realities completely, right? And I think what you're seeing right now are the seeds sprouting. I hope the seeds grow up as fruits, as big trees, and eventually impact many, many people. Because people like you who are very good at heart, which people can sense, and I'm sure all those who know about you, and same goes for Vipul, and same goes for everybody. He has introduced a lot of people to my sessions. I think another cousin who was there last time, and he had this migraine for like I think several years, and that migraine was completely healed. In another session, we had a subconscious healing session. I forgot his name. He's a Pune-based person, right? So a lot of people, Ankit was there, yeah. So I think there is a genuineness in the person, which all of you, I think there is a common point which I can see in everybody, with the aspect of executing the tools and techniques. And when then that is done rightly, I think gates open up. And I'm sure you're opening the gate every day, right? Every night you're opening the gate. So I hope next few months to come and the next year to come, where people are really having the fear of lockdown, I think it's a matter of choice we have to go back within, change the consciousness, and really change the result which we are getting outside. Rajiv,
Sure.
thank you so much for taking out time and joining in. It's a real pleasure to have you in the workshop, plus to do this interview as well. And I hope to keep in touch as we go ahead and to get you back again with some bigger stories of management.
Sure. From I would love to come back with every achievement, every success that I get. All thanks to you, Avinash. But I also want to tell who's watching. I will take one more minute before I say final thank you. I was so restricted in my mind that I had to ask Avinash a question, and I'm laughing when I'm telling you this. When you are squeezed in your mind becomes so narrow and your thought process becomes so narrow. So I asked Avinash, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening it carefully, I asked Avinash that I have a feeling that if I keep a beard, my money goes. And I was so scared of asking this question to Avinash. He said, "This is all here. This is all in the mind." And I said, "Yeah, I really like to, I want to keep a beard, and I think I look good at this age. To look good, you have to do all these everything. But I have a feeling that whenever I keep beard, the money goes. The money never stays." He said, "This is all here. Think reverse. Think that as you grow your beard, the money will come back." And I started thinking. And today, when I think about it, I can't stop laughing. What a stupid thought I had. What
Right.
a
Yes.
stupid thought. Thank you, Avinash, for giving me an opportunity to speak about this last thing, which was too stupid but too hilarious now. And thank you for helping me, take this, you know, this thought out of my mind completely. Huh? This is completely out of my mind today. Thank you so much for having me here, Avinash.
My pleasure,
It's a
Rajiv.
pleasure.
Same here, same here. And I wish all the success and all the the light for your goals which are in place to be manifested. And I think universe, you have really made your own establish your own connection with the universe. And times to come, I think you have some bigger achievements to be really accomplished for yourself. So God bless. Take care, Rajiv, and thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Avinash.